Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sid Meier Civilization 6 as Saladin. In the last part, we thought about how we're going to take over all of our enemies when they keep building stronger units and making their cities harder to conquer. And we've reached no satisfactory conclusion whatsoever. I think I was going to send this cavalry guy down around to explore, actually. But we're going to try our best nonetheless. And we are going to transfer to Warsaw once again. Just going to put all our trade routes into Warsaw, even though we really should be putting them into our cities that are building wonders. I guess we'll start moving trade routes into, like, Cairo or Damascus next time we get a trade route, because I don't know if we're really helping the production of this tank. I mean, all of our 4 trade routes should be, you know, like, we aren't making that as so much production that I would think the 4 wouldn't be that much. I mean, 13 productions from outgoing trade routes? It's quite a bit. Anyway, let's see. Let's just go ahead and get ourselves production out of these trade routes we got. 3's, of course, going to be the max, since Paris is really 4. We might have already sent all of our 3 production trade routes, actually. Oh no, Krakow. That's 4 food, 3 production. We aren't super concerned with population. And it seems that we finally actually cut down on production time for the tank. And, oh, Philadelphia. That's another 3. So there we go. That cut our tank producing time down to 9 turns, it would seem. That's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the absolute worst either. We can build another district in Washington. There's really one district that's appropriate in all circumstances. So since we're not going to build an industrial zone here, probably, I mean, we could maybe slap one down in Charleston in its place. I mean, on that marsh might be fine. On this hill would 2, 3, 4, obviously not reach, but on this hill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would reach there, and 2, 3. It would reach La Rochelle, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it would reach La Rochelle, too. So Washington can just go ahead and turn that hill into a campus. Anyway. And this cavalry army, he can just chill in Warsaw. While this cavalry army, he is going to run down through the lands of the snow. The Arabian Knights are going to drive their radical tanks over to, check out what's going on, and by check out what's going on, I just mean they're just going to garrison somewhere, I don't know where, and we're just going to try and guard. Oh, Germany did actually send a unit, a cavalry. I think we would win if we stormed them by land, but I don't know. I guess there's no reason we couldn't, like, just embark our army, actually. We might actually have to do that next turn, or something. I mean, I guess the naval units aren't all that important, right? Right. We do need archaeologists for these antiquity sites. I mean, they're not the most important thing in the world, but they are something. Can we, like, chop the forest, but leave the antiquity site? That'd be interesting, because I would quite like to get the production in Halab. Oh, there's a unit that needs orders. I didn't even notice that. It's this cavalry, of course, with his one little movement left. And then there's this guy who actually has some real movement left, so that's a little more fair. The Great Fox is going to run on over. It's a corps of tanks, not an army, as we would quite like it to be. An army of tanks would allow us to hopefully take over Germany quite... Oh. An enemy spy sabotaged our industrial zone. And I'm not a suzerain. Those are amenities and housing problems we don't care about. Gosh darn it. Some annoying in Minotaur being a jerk about Zanzibar. Well, fine. We'll send Zanzibar a trade route the nearest opportunity we get. Right? Except I don't think we can, because Zanzibar is located all the way in frick all over here. It's dumb. Whatever. That's the Eureka for nanotechnologies to build an aluminum mine. This guy, I don't know what he's supposed to do. He just exists now. We'll start sending him up somewhere. And I guess we can start embarking stuff. I don't think we're at great risk of having war declared on us. At this moment, at least. I mean, a Minotaur. Never know what those crazy Nubians are gonna do. But, I mean, I guess it can't be the most dangerous thing in the world to just go over and see what's happening in Germany. By see what's happening, I mean conquer, mercilessly. Ugh, so Cairo. Gosh darn it. How long would it take to repair the workshop? That's a lot of production just kind of gone. Stupid spy. This is what I get for not having spies of my own. Well, how long would it take to fix that problem? 28 turns. Goodness gracious, no. Build a research lab. It'll take you forever, but it's useful. How about in Rowclaw? You're useful. You have decent production. 16 turns still. Spies are so expensive. This is why I don't really use spies a lot, and this is when I get my district sabotaged. It's because spies are just so gosh darn pricey to build. Whatever. Settler's not that expensive. Like, you'd think a settler would be more expensive than a spy, but no, it's not. Spy would be only 10 turns here, but I could also be getting tons of traders. Or I could start working on a battleship, but do I need a... Now that I think about it, do I really need a battleship? Can I just... Is my embarkment sufficient to get me over there? Especially if I have a settler ready. I'm not entirely confident that I would need that. So let's just go ahead and get a spy, because we need one to protect our capital. And here in Lyon, what can we build? Research lab might be nice. Settler would take a while, but it would be nice. Builder, decent, but we're not going to have public works in for very long. Might just be best to go for our research lab, which produces 5 science. I thought we had the policy in that doubled that. Yeah, I guess it's just a little display error in Lyon. We could definitely go with that. We could go with a settler, too. That would be 12 turns, though. I don't think we really need it. Let's build a granary, just so we can get up to 7 housing for another district. We're going to send this tank all the way around this way. And can we remove the woods and not the thing? We can. It's not as much production as I wanted it to be, but it's alright. And we're going to have Flying Riders Corps. Jeez, these tanks. These tanks here, man. There's a lot of tanks, but not enough tanks to form things. I don't think we need the things, though, to take over Germany. They have plenty of combat strength. So we're just going to send them over. We cannot, unfortunately, move this guy this turn. That was kind of a waste of an embarkment, because that tile is better used for other units embarking, really. But whatever. Rio de Janeiro could be working on its zoo, which would be kind of useful. Generals would be kind of useful. Getting Big Ben. We're gonna work on that instead. Oh, we have another unit we need to build a pasture. Why not? We still have the god. We did get the god of the sky pantheon, right? Yes. Something important to note is that your pantheon stays with you the whole game, even if your religion is not in a city. It still has the pantheon that you chose. And gosh darn it, do we have to go away in Minotaur? I'm not giving you luxuries for all this crappy exchange rate. How many? Can we just faith buy great people whenever we want? Robert Goddard triggers the Eureka for rocketry. That's interesting.
If it weren't for electricity, we'd all be watching television by candlelight.
How funny. Because televisions use electricity. I'm explaining the joke. That's how you know I'm not actually funny. I think we're probably fine getting Schrodinger to open the technology tree. Electricity, so we can get ourselves very important things. And what are we gonna do? We could just start on rocketry. Where's rocket artillery? Guidance systems. That's not very many techs away, actually. Let's go for replaceable parts, because we're not gonna research that one. Yurik could build. itself a district. That would be exciting, right? We could replace that cattle, but that's actually a good tile. Where could we put it down? Right here. This faraway tile. That's a smart plan. I like that plan. Would anyone benefit from a factory in the city? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No one benefits from this crappy industrial zone in Europe. It was a bad industrial zone. I claim full responsibility for this mistake. We're gonna leave it on the campus. Why not? Alright then, so we're gonna put this worker or builder over there. We're gonna send this builder over here. This builder, we're gonna see if there's anything he can do here. Halab doesn't need any more improvements right now because it hasn't expanded to the proper tiles for that. There's nothing really to improve in Krakow either. It's all just a bunch of farms. There is a Eureka to build a farm on a tile with breathtaking appeal. Right? I don't remember where that is. It's maybe technology. I mean, it's not that important, I'm sure. But I don't see it anywhere, huh? Okay. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Maybe it's all the way back on the tech tree or something. I don't know. It's not that important. Where am I? I'm in Medina, right? Neighborhood. I want to build a neighborhood. Neighborhood with breathtaking appeal right here. Interesting. I could put public works in and research a really quick civic and just, profit plenty from that. It would take me 48 turns to build a tank, which I can't do anyway because I don't have enough oil sources. We're going to build a monument for the culture. We're going to send our tanks across the great blue sea without any proper naval protection because we are not at war. We are just landing for an invasion without actually being at war with anyone. I don't know how the international community would react to this in real life, but this time they seem to be pretty okay with it, all things considered. Let's send this guy all the way over there. Let's see here, and where's we should go down to Paris because we know that one's going to be the 4 hammers, right? Yes, it is. So begin route and start moving bunches of trade routes over to Cairo. This worker here, he's not doing nothing too special. He can't even really get on there to chop that. So we'll just send him around, I guess. He's not that important. And we are going after Germany first, just because they're a more guaranteed bet. And since, it might be smarter on one hand to nip the tough guy in the bud, but on the other hand, we don't really have anywhere to heal up in case that effort goes horribly wrong. So, yeah. What is there to do with this guy? I guess he could go down to Medina. I don't think that pig is improved, nor are any of the sea resources. A road would make it a lot easier to go after Aachen, but it doesn't look very heavily defended, and the encampment's over here, so I think we'll be just fine. Maybe I should not be trying to make these parts shorter, I brought the episode timer back because I thought the parts were going on too long at around 20 minutes, but maybe there's stupid barbarians. Don't care about what you're saying, Warren Buffett. You're not the whatever it is that makes me able to easily disregard Warren Buffett. Boom, dead. Stupid barbarians. Anyway, now we can build any unit that requires aluminum without an encampment or whatever because we have 2 copies of it. Thing I was saying, yeah, maybe I should try to make these parts longer because land units gain 4 defense strength. That's actually pretty dumb. But the 10% bonus, 10% bonus to all production, that is pretty good. Fascism, we're not, It's the one built for domination, but, you know, you just need your economic policy slots. Democracy is a pretty nice bonus, too. You know, very good for anything, but, for, you know, peaceful stuff. But we're going the route of world domination and all that, so, you know. Geez. I don't remember all the things I had slotted in now. Because I know it wasn't all public works, right? I had a triangular trade, right? Take out triangular trade, or public works. We're putting in triangular trade. Let's look at our military units. Naval academies and seaports generate +1 science, but we don't have any of those. Era support units, but we're not really building any support units. Maybe we should be building support units. Maybe we need to be doing more building military stuff. Also, is there a industrial era naval units? Are battleships an industrial era naval unit? Let's check that, because that might make it kind of worth building. I don't think it will. Does it tell me what era it is? Steel. That's an industrial era technology, right? No, it's a modern era technology. So, we would not be benefiting battleships with press gangs. Jeez. No war in the mariners combat in your territory. Native conquest. There's earlier eras. Well, we are fighting cavalry, so I guess that might be kind of beneficial. Where's triangular trade go? Because that one I care about. Industrial zone and campus adjacency bonuses doubled. That's pretty good, no doubt. We might stick with that. We are not using public transport just yet. And we need one more military policy. Might as well go with national identity. That one seems kind of useful. You know, a little bit at least. Unfortunately, we cannot speed up the production of tank. Because to speed up production of tank, we need a civic from I don't even know where. Rapid deployment. Ranged units. I think it's in fascism or totalitarianism. It's yeah, lightning warfare. Off the timer goes. That's what we need to speed up the production of tanks. So we might go for good old just through there to get that speeding up thing. Also, it unlocks gunboat diplomacy, which is good. We might just want to build military academies and get the inspiration for it, though. Cold War. What are some useful policies that we can move towards? Plus 15% if there's a military academy or seaport. Tourism from Great Works. Not interested. Not really building more units, except for maybe some tanks. Professional sports. That's to build 4 entertainment complex districts. Jeez, we're not really doing that. Oh, conservation, and that's the have a eureka. Let's have a neighborhood with breathtaking appeal. I see. Jeez. All this nonsense. Oh, we could fill in a reformation, because war of religion would be an extra 4 combat strength, which isn't bad. I mean, that's fine. That's relevant throughout the game. Or we could move forward. I don't know, though, because, like, Mom, you might want to save Reformation for when we need something done quick. We're going to work towards Cold War for now. And on that note, I think we are going to bring this episode to a close. Or we might move these units a little bit, but next episode, we are going to be landing our totally peaceful excursion force. And, you know, they're going to chill out and totally hurt nobody at all. No one. Not these Nubian religious, these Shinto people. They're 100% safe. I'm not lying when I say that. So, next episode, we'll hopefully start making some other people very, very unsafe. And I will see you all then.